Welcome to a new rapid game. This is, what's this guy? UKE Cat. Okay, so let's get going. He's new to the pool. Yeah, we are still in the early stages of that new pool system. But I got a good game out of that yesterday with the Albans. By the way, if you watch this continuously, you will notice that I have gained like 2 points or something in the meantime. This is because I won a game in that pool, but only my opponent disconnected after like 2 minutes. Some connection hiccup, I guess. So I get the semi-Slav. Yeah, that's a little bit of a soft spot in my repertoire. Come on, let's keep it very simple and capture. I hope he's not sitting there with a whole library of books, yeah, looking up how to play it. Quincy 2 was a little bit more challenging, but anyway, maybe we are heading for the mainline exchange in any case, maybe. Yeah, it seems to transpose into some mainline. Knight h5 is the modern or fashionable. Modern is wrong. It's not very modern, but it's the fashionable idea, and the idea that has made this line a little bit more attractive for black in recent top level chess. Okay, a6. A6 is not quite clear what it is doing. Yeah, maybe he wants to prepare some, I don't know, c5 or something. No, b5. Nah, that's a very committal move, which leaves the c pawn quite weak. Okay, so it's an interesting moment. Yeah, I wonder, that could be a case where taking on f6 does make some sense. Simply speeding up proceedings. Yeah, I guess so. And now, yeah, how to fight against or on the queen side, not against the queen side, on the queen side. It's probably the better term. Yeah, a couple of ideas. I can try to reroute a knight to c5. This knight from c3 to b3, for example, would be quite nice. I can also put a rook on the c file. Another idea is to play a knight to e5, which is not bad, just that I'm not quite sure if it is best in this position. I can also play a4. That's also quite an interesting option. Okay, I think I'm going to try to reroute the knight to b3. It also gains a bit of time by attacking the pawn. So he has to, I mean, he cannot castle, let's say. He has to play a slow move, bishop b7, or a queen move. Yeah, not quite clear what he's going to do. One of those two. Queen b6 maybe. Queen b6 is interesting. Rook c1 would be would be an obvious move, but well then it's not quite clear where my knight from e2 is going. Okay. Yeah, he's preparing c5 quite, yeah, directly. Knight c1. I wonder, yeah, after knight c1 you might really have c5, huh? And okay, I mean, I'm a little bit better after that, but I wonder if it's the best way to do things. The rook c1, bishop b7. Knight d2 to b3 is also possible. But he's always ready for a move like knight g4, which is a bit awkward. I have an idea. If I go rook c1, let's do that. And he goes bishop d7. I have knight e5. I have options to sometimes take that bishop. I know that looks very weird to take that bishop, but it's a defender, so... Here my idea is knight g3. Combining ideas. Okay, I know I originally wanted to go to c1 and so on, but now it's important. He's got h6 played, so my threat of knight f5 is pretty inconvenient, as he probably cannot go g6 due to the sacrifice. Yeah, I can sacrifice on g6. Yeah, probably immediately or after knight e5. Knight e5 might be even better. That is it better? I don't know. Yeah, but that's a good position now. Knight f5 is very, very inconvenient. G6 takes, pawn takes, queen g6 check, has to go to d8, I guess. And knight e5, knight f5. Now that's not going to be survived by black. Don't see that. So he probably has to allow knight f5. That's not good. That's not good for him. Yeah, castles, huh? I mean, not a happy move, but what else? Whoa. So he intends to cover, wants to go to f8. Okay. So yeah, I know it looks very tempting, but queen f8. How to proceed after that? His idea is to kick me out again with g6. Okay, I can just, yeah, I can actually just do that. Just knight e5 is good. Okay.
Check. Black resigns.
Okay, that was the queen. Okay, yeah, we still get some mismatches in the early days of the pool. Let's still have a recap. Yeah, I played that simple continuation here in the semi-Slav, just trading. This is not very threatening for black, but I wanted a simple position. Went bishop e7, which is fine, of course. The main antidote against my line is this here for black, developing the bishop quickly. Okay, this all very normal. Yeah, and now he went with this awkward a6 b5 idea, bishop d3 and b5. Yeah, the problem is it doesn't help black in some way, and it just creates weaknesses. The pawn and the square here on c5. Went castles, he went h6. Yeah, and now I think taking is right, not wasting any time. Took with the knight. And now here, yeah, I think it is a couple of options, but that does make quite some sense, I guess. I didn't really see at that moment that I have this idea, the knight g3, knight f5 idea. But okay, it was probably a case of having the right feel for the position, because I think that's pretty strong, considering that he has played h6. That's very relevant. If he would have the pawn on h7, he can always go g6 and cover f5. Yeah, here probably bishop b7 is a bit, here this thing is a bit tougher. I mean, white is substantially better, but it still continues. Here, yeah, he also suffers from that awkward queen position here, and now knight g3. I don't really see how he should go, how he should play now. After g6, it's really interesting. I mean, I can take, or I can go knight e5. Both moves look pretty good. Yeah, like this, intending bishop g6. Here he might have knight d7 to hold on or hang on. But the question is, what about this? If I take it, I think I probably would have done that. If he goes here, then knight f5 is going to win immediately. So he has to go. If he goes here, he's running into a check. I mean, check. I don't really believe that. So I guess here, and then knight f5 and knight e5. That's what I saw. It looks very tempting. Knight f7 is a threat, and his king. Yeah, maybe you should have tried g6 simply to kind of challenge me. Like, do you really want to take? Okay, the thing is that I don't have to. I can play all kinds of strategic moves. Even the mentioned knight e5 is not bad. If he goes knight d7, I can trade and just continue to play here. One thing is, he still probably cannot castle due to bishop to g6. And here I'm trying to reroute the knight. Like, let's say here he does whatever, castles, and I'm going back for knight d3, knight c5. It's just very comfortable for white with those problems here on the queen side. Yeah, after that it's probably not playable. Okay, that blunders the queen, but if he goes back, I think I was not totally sure, but I thought e4 would be good. Yeah, and the engine agrees. e4 is pretty good. The idea is just to open up the center very quickly. If he goes g6, I can even take it. That I did not see, but it's fairly
Check.
unsurprising that, yeah, or maybe
Check.
like this, yeah, because this is
Check.
going to end in a mate probably. Yeah, it's fairly unsurprising that white has got a strong attack. Okay, thanks for watching.